Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the sports segment with me, Oreku Ampofo. We start off with the Ghana Premier League, where Medeama are preparing to drag Asante Kotoko to the Ghana Football Association for tapping up their star midfielder Justice Blay. The two-time FA Cup holders are accusing officials of Asante Kotoko of luring their powerful enforcer to Kumasi. Now, Blay underwent a successful medical in Takwa at the weekend after returning from a hugely successful long loan move at Kotoko. Joining us via the phone lines is Communications Director of the Takwa-based club, Patrick Akoto. Patrick, can you kindly take us through what the situation has been since Justice Blay took his test and what's happening right now?
Well, we've been in constant touch with his representative. I must say that as we speak, I will not be able to confirm or deny if he has arrived in Takwa. But we have made the point that we are extremely unhappy with the whole melodrama that has characterized any potential move of the player to any club in Ghana or abroad. It's extremely important for people to understand that Justice Blay is bona fide property of Medeama. We will call the shots. We will determine the terms of engagement and contract, and no club whatsoever will determine how negotiations will go. So, as we speak, we're expecting to return to Takwa immediately and resume training with the rest of his colleagues.
So he hasn't been at training for, let's say, a while now. What do you think are the steps that Medeama would be taking, considering going to the FA now? What do you expect from the FA, considering that it's just about 36 more days to the start of the season?
There are internal mechanisms and sanctions that will apply. Any player that goes to war understand such repercussions. And so we will deal with these internal matters. But it is important, and I need to reiterate this point, that the era where players were whisked into the back of cars, where players were induced to ensure that they become recalcitrant to their contract and all that, those eras are past. We are in a new dawn, we are in a new era, we are in a professional era. And it's important that everybody respects that. Indeed, we shipped him out on loan to Kotoko for a year. It has ended. He had a fabulous campaign in Kumasi. But it does not mean that he's a player of Kotoko or any other club. He is the bona fide property of the Moving Yellows, and we will determine his future and his next line as far as his club career is concerned. We will call the shots, and that is it.
Certainly, you would be calling the shots, but what we do know is that Asante Kotoko have been told a very hefty price to be able to, purchase Justice Blay. Where do you stand in terms of the negotiations with Asante Kotoko?
Well, in particular reference to only Kotoko, there are other competing clubs in pursuit of Justice Blay. The club has not taken a decision yet as to the next line of casting, but I, of course, can confirm to you that Kotoko, just like other clubs, have made inquiries, and we are still talking. We've not been able to reach an agreement on the figures involved, and this is where we are, and that is why we are extremely scandalized and petrified that we will find ourselves in a situation where we have to be talking about an issue about tapping up at this age or at this era of our football. It's extremely unfortunate. But like I said, discussions are still ongoing between the top echelon of some of the clubs that are interested in our starman, and we will hope to find an amicable truce to this whole telemundo which has dominated the major inches in the Ghanaian media.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Patrick Akoto, for joining.